these pieces, broken and scattered, in mercy gathered, mended and whole, empty. All these pieces, broken and scattered, in mercy gathered, mended and whole, empty-handed, but not forsaken. I've been set free. I've been set free. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Ooh, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh, I can see now. Oh, I can see the love in your eyes, laying yourself down, raising up the broken to You take our failure, you take our weakness, you set your treasure in jars of clay. So take this heart, Lord, I'll be your vessel, the world to see your life in me. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Ooh, I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I can see the love in your eyes, laying yourself down, raising up the broken to life. up the broken to life.
Right. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Tea During Quarantine Talk Show. So we apologize for the short hiatus we took. It was like we skipped like one or two shows because student council had been incredibly busy. We had lots of events and ideas going on. We had Valentine's, poster making. We are also having recruitment right now. But then we're grateful we have another opportunity to start this talk show again. And today we would like to discuss about music in general and with the main topic of chapel band. And I'm joined by my co-host Justrene. And also we are joined also by two amazing guests, Josherlyn and Shelliva. Of course, also from the chapel band. I'm pretty sure we're in the same team, right? We're in team A. Yeah. Josherlyn and Shelliva are singers, Justrene, violinist. And I play the guitar. You guys may introduce yourselves. Or probably I mean start first. I'm Morgan and from 9-3. And in chapel band, I play as the guitarist. You may go, Joshua.
I am Justrene from 9-1, and in chapel band I play the violin.
I am Shelliva from 9-4. I joined Chapel Band since I was in year 7 and I am a singer.
I am Josherlyn. I'm from 9-3, and I'm usually the vocalist in chapel band, but I don't really sing a lot. I also play the piano.
All right, great. So thank you for joining us, by the way. Yeah, doing great
Thank
for
you for having us.
yeah. So let's start first. All right. What inspired you to start learning your instrument or in singing? Probably I can start first. So I'm a guitarist. I play guitar. The origin story of how I got to play the guitar wasn't anything special. So it was year 7, junior high. We had to choose either guitar, violin, piano, or singing, right? So I've played piano since grade 1 to grade 6. So I was not willing to choose piano again in junior high, year 7. Surely not singing and not violin, too expensive, including the sax and the jazz part. That's too expensive. So let's go with the neutral one. And I went with guitar. And then it's how I came to be to play guitar for chapel band. How about you guys?
Well, unlike you, my experience was very, very special indeed. In grade 2, we had a teacher named called Miss Siska. Miss Siska had a concert at the end of every academic year, so we had to play an instrument or sing. And so I didn't know how to play any instrument, so I had to sing, and I didn't like singing, and I got an 80 for that, so I got really kind of angry. So I told my mom I wanted to play an instrument, so because the cheapest option was the violin, I went for the violin. And then since at grade 7, I wanted to choose something else, but since I already had a violin and like it's wasting money, I decided to just to go for violin again.
Well, for me, my experiences in singing when I started singing was at like grade 2. I joined like the singer at church and I began to like singing. And at grade 7, at grade 6, I started to join to take vocal courses. Yeah.
My story, I don't even think I have a story. So I basically played violin in fourth grade, and I was so bad at it, so never want to play again. And for piano, I wasn't really good at it yet, so I don't want to get like a bad score for my music report card grade. And then for brass, I don't know anything about it. Guitar, I don't know anything about it. So my PCG at that time was also Sir Steven Chandra, which was the teacher for vocal class can. So yeah, I decided to join vocal, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
All right, special stories of your own. So let's start with that was just really just introduction. So let's go to more interesting questions. So, what are your favorite genres of music, and what are your favorite songs?
Playing the violin, violin music is more to classical music, but that's definitely not my favorite. So I tried to play pop and stuff in violin, but it just doesn't seem to work. Like it doesn't match. So I never cover those songs, but I still like pop music, sometimes rock music, and classical music sometimes, I guess. Only the special ones.
What do you guys?
Probably my favorite genre in music is pop songs, and some of my favorite songs at this moment is probably like Arcade, Welcome to Wonderland, and to sing I like Disney songs since it's just nice.
All right.
For me, my music taste kind of like changed a lot before and after quarantine. Like before quarantine, I just listened to the typical pop songs like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift. But now during quarantine, I feel like I listen a lot more to pop rock songs, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I kind of like it because it's like an energy boost. I usually listen to like Tame Impala, Queen.
Oh, okay. All right. So for
But I
me,
still like the boring pop songs.
okay.
Pop songs.
For me, it's kind of complicated. I guess my taste in general always changes all the time. But right now, I'm feeling kind of like r- rock and jazz. It doesn't match. It's completely contradicting. Like for rock songs, rock genres is very simple. D, A, G, those are your chords. And then you mix that with jazz. It just doesn't work, right? That's what you think. But there's this band I really like. It's Official High Dendism, its name. It's a Japanese rock band. So for some reason, they were able to mix rock and jazz together, which I found really interesting. I found them like earlier in this year. And so but my genres really changes all the time. Sometimes I can go from jazz and then suddenly go to the how simple pop is, and then sometimes to rock. It really just changes every time according to my mood. But right now, I'm more into the jazz and rock things.
I
So
sometimes listen to jazz too, but it's only like the Persona 5 jazz, because I feel like Persona 5 is like, it's just the jazziest thing I could ever think of.
yeah,
Do you guys listen to Oasis, the band?
what is this? Yes, but no, just one song really, just Wonderwall. That's it.
Yeah, I recently like looked over their discography. The songs are pretty good actually. You guys should
Yeah,
listen to it.
I mean, I haven't really looked at it. I just know Wonderwall. Wonderwall is such a meme guitar, you know.
Yeah.
Like you just go up to a guitarist, hey, can you play Wonderwall? It's like a big meme in guitar. And that's how everyone just knows Oasis. What do you know about Oasis? Just Wonderwall. That's it. I've never really looked into one Oasis though.
They have pretty good songs.
Mm, we'll see into it. So how about the songs have you covered? What are your favorite songs that you like to cover?
Oh, so sometimes I destroy my friends' ears by singing, and my favorite songs to sing is like Chandelier and stuff, and like the very high notes, so that they never want to listen to me sing again. But for the violin, as I said, not many pop songs fit in violin, so I guess like the more violent songs fit more, like Demon Slayer and No Game No Life, stuff like that. I guess. Like I tried playing like the slow jazzy songs in violin, and it just sounds terrible. So
I mean, I guess violin is a kind of fixed to one thing. It's a very classical kind of instrument. I understand what you mean. What others?
Mm, I like to cover any song early, but my favorite ones are probably like Welcome to Wonderland, and for the real covers, I think I've covered like the songs that I made myself.
Oh,
You're
cool.
right. That's so
That's
cool.
great.
A long time ago. Now I have no motivation.
That's so cool. I'm not much of a singer like Shelliva. I just sing to have fun. So I played the ukulele, like the easy chords. So I usually find songs that are easy to play. Like now I really like Afterglow by Ed Sheeran because the chords are very easy and it's nice to play. But I don't really sing. I'm not that good of a singer.
out of all the songs that you've played, like in your instrument, which one do you think is the hardest song?
In chapel band or in general?
No,
In
in general.
general, like what's the hardest song you've ever sung before, stuff like that.
I don't sing the hard ones. I just avoid them. So I know I'm bad.
For me, probably the hardest songs that I've covered is probably like the ones with high notes, like um, what is the Aladdin song. The
Oh, speechless. Speechless.
speechless.
It's so
It
hard.
was so hard, but then it's so hard, right? But then I needed to sing it for like a wedding. Then
But how about arcade? You said you like singing arcade. Those are
oh
there's some high notes there.
no, arcade I cuma dengerin.
All right. So for me, songs that are hardest, probably official Haydnism, like I just mentioned, jazz and rock. That's incredibly hard. I avoid at all costs trying to practice, but I just lose all motivation when it just comes. I see those chords. G sharp 11 flat 9 add 9. Like no, how am I supposed to know that? So aside official Haydnism, probably the hardest songs would probably be classical and folk pieces because classical songs and guitar are actually like really fast to play them. So those are some of the hardest songs.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Like classical songs. No, like those old composers, they just spend their entire lives like in their rooms like composing stuff, and then they try to make it as complicated as
Yeah,
possible, and you have to actually play it. It doesn't even make sense, but for some reason it sounds good. But like if you get something wrong, the entire thing just gets ruined. So like
yeah,
Yeah,
and you
you
also
have
have
to
to
be perfect.
follow note by note. I mean, like you cannot just improvise yourself in classical.
you can't skip any notes.
You gotta follow the score.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
The thing
so
about guitar classical is, the good guitar classical songs are it comes from violin and piano. Like for example,
Yeah.
Niccolo Paganini. That's probably why it's hard.
out of all the artists and bands that you listen to, which was your favorite?
All the what artist?
Out of all the artists and songs you've listened to, which was your favorite?
Harry Styles all day.
Oh
Sorry, I'm a fangirl.
Watermelon Sugar.
No, because
yeah,
it's
you
like
won the Grammy, right? Yeah, this
there's
year.
one rock song. It's called Kiwi. It's so nice. It's loud, but it's nice.
Alright.
I guess he likes fruits then.
How do you, Shelliva?
Well, I don't have any specific like singer or favorite band that I like. I just like the songs from different singers. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Justin? Do you have any favorite artist or band?
I mean, like, I'm more to the mainstream stuff like One Ok Rock, and then there's also uh I also like Shelly, but I don't have a specific singer because I think that anyone who makes songs deserves to be my special, because deserves to be someone's favorite artist because
All right. Yeah.
sing their songs, and like make
Agreed.
your friends suffer. It's really fun seeing this.
Agreed.
And you, Morgan, you haven't said yours.
Probably yeah. Probably okay. I said a lot about official Highlandism. So how about I
Again,
change to something else? Let's say my favorite artist or band. Probably something besides rock. Yeah. So like, how about I introduce you to a bit of the pop? What do I listen to? It's complicated. So probably right now I'm listening to a lot of this Indonesian artist. His name is Rizky Febian, if you know.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was one of the candidates of like singers that almost made it to Eredivisie.
Oh really? No way.
I
We
would
were able
love
to
to
get
have
together.
him.
But then we were like gamelan aja
Mm,
deh. Like what's his name?
Really? He
Gamal,
was
yeah, Gamal, yeah.
big.
no way.
Uh, if I'm not mistaken, he's the second most listened Indonesian artist before Pamungkas. Like
I love Pamungkas.
yeah,
Dude, can we have
Pamungkas
Pamungkas
blew
and
up
like
in 1 year.
ISU Cup?
Like
It's
2019, he released like few songs, and like he just blew up to 5 million, 4 million monthly listeners. It's insane.
Imagine the whole school singing to the bone. It's so fun.
Yeah, that's his new song. Right? Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, one of the best songs.
So how about we go to the next, which is the central theme do you like in your songs? Like could be like
What
sad.
vibe is it like in your songs? Like sad, depressing songs, romantic songs, happy, joyful songs, rock, dead metal, heavy metal, a lot of metal, even more metal, iron metal, and
Really, I like everything Justrene mentioned. It just like depends on my mood. If I want to cry, I listen to sad songs. Then when I wake up, like I need some good energy, and I listen to rock. So it depends on my mood.
mm, it always depends on the mood, but the most of the time that I listen to music is when I study, and when I study, I like to be productive. So I found out that the most productive music is the Mario Kart theme because you have the music theme in your head, and then you have the
Oh,
Mario. So you
sure,
have to race and like first, it just works. Joel told me how to do it. Kind of actually, it's actually kind of true.
sure. So, how about for me, my central theme? Yeah, again, with all of you, it kind of depends. On Sunday mornings where the sun is out, I probably would listen to like pop and jazz. Yeah, I kind of like lots of jazz, you know. There's this one artist named Noel Barich, very underrated. No one knows him, but he has great songs. So that's for
Well,
Sunday mornings. And if it was raining in the morning, I probably listen to Shawn Mendes, Wonder.
Yes.
Raining
the
in the
same
morning is the
like
best time of the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For me, it's like it depends on my mood too. But then for singing, I like slow and like sad songs.
Mhm.
Yeah. Usually during nighttime, if it's like raining, and then
Oh,
like your room's dark, and then you put in a sad song, and you just
Sad
yeah.
song, and then
instantly go sad.
Just
And
cry.
then you pretend you're the edgy kid in class, and you sit in a corner in the dark,
Don't
near
sing
the
out loud.
window.
Yeah.
So, how about Indonesian songs? Do you have any favorites? Just earlier we discussed a bit of it. So, how about we extend that?
I
Indonesian songs.
like Marion Jola. You just know her.
Marinjola. Oh, I
Yeah.
listen to Tak Ingin Pisah Lagi and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
Jangan.
Yeah. I like her.
For Indonesian songs, I like Bentuk Cinta. I forget who's it from, and
Eko,
I also
right?
I forgot,
Oh,
but it's a really enjoyable song, and I also like Waktu Yang Salah. I found it from my singing course, I think, from my
Oh,
vocal teacher.
I've never listened to any Indonesian music, so like the only song I know is like there's this kid 2 years ago, like he played the guitar and then he played Dekat di Hati, right? So like
oh,
when I listened to it, like it's pretty good, but like it's kind of chill. It's not my type, but like sometimes I guess.
yeah, also, you're welcome. Um,
What tahu aja.
so for me, besides Rizky Febian, I'm also really liking the more to the rock one of Indonesian. There's this one named Peter Pan. You guys know him. So
Noah.
Peter
Peter.
Pan.
Peter Pan is he Noah?
Um, I forgot. Yeah, Noah. I think it was
Okay,
Noah.
fine.
Then Noah went out, something along those lines, or was Noah for Dewa? I forgot. I forgot the
Yeah.
story. So I like Peter Pan because like it mixes acoustic guitar with rock, and I found that really interesting.
Also, Nikki and Rich Brian, they're both Indonesian stars.
Yeah, I guess, but like they're already going to internet.
Yeah, so cool.
It's amazing.
By the way, do you guys take courses for music?
My course is my guitar course is kind of not related to what I like, you know. So the guitar course I take is classical. Like I don't really play much of classical songs. I'm just going to that course to get like a certificate and everything. But then of course I still learn lots of things from there. But mostly I learn by myself. See the pop and jazz stuff. You can just find out songs and find it out yourself through YouTube, through social media these days.
Yeah, you can just easily search for chords.
Yeah.
I used to take violin courses, but like every time I go to the violin course, I just play games with my teacher, so I didn't make any progress. So I
How are you, Shelliva? Do you have course for singing?
Mm, I actually have vocal and piano course, but then I'm really bad at piano, so like I only talk with the teacher. For vocal, I stopped because of the pandemic. Yeah.
All right. My course didn't stop. We still went using Zoom and things like that.
Oh. Oh, it's mostly not because of the pandemic. See, my singing teacher quit from the company, so like I I don't find any other like teacher that I like.
All right. See.
I
So
used to take piano lessons, but then I don't like them.
yeah, same piano lessons. I took them like from grade one or grade two until like grade
Yeah,
five or
same.
something. Nah, I just don't like it. No.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, I took piano course, right? At least I got a bit of theory of music theory and stuff like that. Then I switched to guitar and I learned even more about music theory. Then in the pandemic, I tried a bit of piano and I somehow liked it. Then now I'm taking a break again because I got bored and things like that.
Or
So
music theory, those chords thing, like,
which one?
yeah. Isn't those chords like B flat, like A major is this, and then you memorize everything in like what the position is?
The thing is in guitar, it's not
It
like
was just tabs, yeah.
you just keep doing it and then like, oh wait, why do I now remember this? You just keep doing it and like, oh, now you just memorize it. It's not like you sit and write it all over again like the family chord and stuff. You just get to know it as you play.
For
What?
guitar, do you use like tabs or like
Uh,
music notes, like
So
violin?
here, how about I explain about the stages of guitar? So like there's beginner people. So the ones who just started guitar, they go to course teacher, and then all course teacher would say you play classical and like you read score music. But really for me, I think when you start playing guitar or at least any other instrument lah, you just go play what you like guitar. So like people who ask me, hey, I want to play guitar. How do I start playing guitar? Just play what you like, all right? If you like playing classical, you go play classical because the passion is most important. The motivation. Yeah. When you have motivation, you don't even care what you're learning. When you have motivation, you just keep learning this because you're having fun. So that's I think that's the most important thing. But for tabs, yes, in the intermediate you play tabs, but after you really study music theory and stuff, there's a song playing, you can just identify the chords. All this is on the 2-5-1 pattern, 1-4-5-6 pattern, on the key of flat B. All this is interesting. This has a sus4 sharp 13.
Yeah,
It
high
sounds
up
really
and
cool.
down. It's so crazy.
Yeah, but you get to used to it really.
For violin, it seems like you never get used to it because like there's no markings at all. You gotta switch your hands a lot,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah, how do you do that?
Violin is hard. I
you
give up.
just somehow memorize where your fingers are, like in comparison to the instrument that sometimes changes, especially when you're learning and you're growing up. Like for example, when I was small, I had a 1/8 of a violin, and now I have a one violin, right? But like the distance of the neck, it's like different every single time. So I have to basically relearn the chords every single time I change the sizes because I had
Yeah,
to
how do
memorize.
you learn? See, I don't understand. Are your fingers always touching together like this? If some people have fatter fingers, that means they have to different position them.
You need to press it at
Well,
like the ends of your fingers, like
Oh,
since
all right.
well, like it's metal, right? So it kind of pierces a bit. So it's
it
kind of
hurts. It's like ada bekasnya.
In my old school, elementary, fourth grade kan, I wasn't in ICS yet. In my old school, I used to play the violin with like a bunch of kids. Because every time perform, I just want to get stay still and just play. I don't know how to play.
And
I'm like,
playing.
no. I decided to quit. I hate violin. It's so hard.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, yeah, that means you have to keep changing your finger position, right? Because
Yeah.
there's no actual identification on what
Yeah.
note this is. Gitu.
and like there's two chords, just like the normal position, and you have to shift it sometimes,
Yeah,
right? So
until
you
here.
have to shift it properly, like, and there's no markings for
There are
mostly.
no markings.
You gotta memorize where it is.
I
And
joined
you
violin
have to take it to
for
account like the scale. Like for example, something is flat. Something you put it there, but like it's flat, so you put it a bit backwards, but like not too much backwards because you gotta start like
the
flat.
finger
So, like,
distance.
Do you get used to it, or like, how are you supposed to learn? You just keep playing like that,
I
or
just never get used to it, you know. I just memorize my fingers
Like
for an
this.
entire song, and then
all right. Well, for guitar, I guess it's the same. But the thing is, we have frets. But yeah, guitar also metal. Sometimes you just scrape off your finger and like you just don't play for another week because like it's bleeding all the time. So like the term I play a guitar until my fingers bleed is literally a real thing. Your right hand can bleed, your left finger can bleed. It's a dangerous instrument, you can say. But yeah, for guitar, there's the frets thing, right? So you slide, you know where you're going. There's already an identification. And things like
ah,
Yeah.
those cheat
that.
sheets.
So how about I think internet problem there already twice. Okay. So how about we go to Chapel Band now? So let's start with the very basic one. Why did you join Chapel Band in the very first place? Did someone invite you? Did you participate yourself? Or were you possibly forced to join? What is your story?
But now I feel called out now because
Wait,
so
can you hear
there
me
was a
since
couple bad thing. Oh,
Ah,
we can hear you.
the question was
Oh,
yes.
Next
For sure.
province.
Yeah.
So like for when I joined Chapel Band, I there's like this orientation session and they're like inviting people to join Chapel Band, right? Oh wait, she's back.
My signal
That's
is
fine,
so
just you can
bad.
go first later. Yeah.
Like there was this orientation session like to introduce what Chapel Band's all about, right? So I decided that I don't want to join because like it's every 2 weeks and like that's tiring, right? Every single 2 weeks. So then, but then as soon as I went into the music class, he just said, "Oh, I signed you up for Chapel Band," and I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Wait, you don't want it?" I was like, "No," but then like he already signed up, so like if I cancel, it's gonna be kind of complicated. So I
You're black.
decided to join. So that at least I'm like, at least I have every single 2 weeks. So I have 1 week of rest. But no, for violin, you gotta do it every single week. So ever since then, every single week, I had to stay at lunchtime and like come early and yeah, lose sleep and yeah.
See. So, how about Shelliva? The question was, why did you join Chapel Band in the very first place? Would you like to share your story?
Well, I joined chapel band because like I joined like singing at church too. Like so, I wanted to try it out and like just like yeah to boost up my confidence when I'm in stage since like that's a crucial thing when singing.
Yeah.
And my friends also wanted to join it, so like I think it would be fun since it's only like once a week, once a month. I mean,
Mm. How about you, Joe?
For me, there was this like orientation thing, right? So then I went, and then I had no specific reason why I wanted to join, but I just feel like it's counted as like worshiping God and helping people to like enjoy the chapel time gitu kan. So I just wanted to join, and yeah, it's fun. I mean, I also like the practice every week because it's like you gather with your friends and like I'm at the same team with mostly my friends. Jadi yeah, we have fun a lot.
Oh, yeah. I guess same for me. I think it has good correlation to friends. So like again, yung the orientation thing. So like it was during house. All my friends from my ECA were also going to that orientation chapel band. So like might as well follow them, you know. Let's see what they have. So went to the chapel band and like, oh, this is interesting. And literally the second song they were playing, it was Sir Evan Asher, the guitar teacher. He was like, Morgan, you want to play? Go, go, go. Like, sure. Okay, sure. So I went off stage and like, oh, this is actually kind of fun playing together with others because because I thought guitar was like a kind of solo thing you played by yourself and stuff. But then yeah, Chapel Band introduced me to like rhythm and like playing with others, playing along with others, and I found that interesting. So I continued on.
Yeah,
I
and the
feel like
podcast is really so fun.
I think the funnest part of Chapel Bar is playing with your friends, right? But like in my case, like I had to do it every single week. So sometimes I play with my friends, sometimes I play with eighth graders, and sometimes I play with seventh graders, and I don't know anyone from there. So especially in like in chapel, you gotta sit in that designated area for chapel band people, right? So every time I play for grade sevens and grade eights, and I had to sit there, I was always alone because there's like no other grade nines there.
Uh, well, it depends. For me, it was kind of interesting because I also sometimes join twice, sometimes once only, or sometimes also twice a month. But then through that, I came to know like some year eights and some year sevens. So it kind of depends. And but really for me, it actually helped me socialize and get to know more people from like the underage.
Yeah. And by the way, Sir Evan Asher just released his single
Yes,
kan,
all day, all night. It
All
was
Day All Night by Tripos.
default.
Listen guys.
Okay.
It's nice. So cool too. Dia
Yeah.
bisa produce music gitu.
Mm.
Emang dia ada YouTube channel gitu?
No, Spotify.
Spotify, Apple Music on all digital platforms.
Yeah. Just a no shame plug for a while.
So for you guys, have chapel band help you learn your instrument or singing gitu?
well, oh, okay. Well, it really helped me in singing since like in chapel band you need to like be in front of the stage and like sing in front of the teachers and students, and it really helps me with my confidence. And yeah,
That's great.
For me, I'm not trying to learn how to sing, It's just like something I do for fun and it's to praise God juga every week. So it's like nice to have that moment. Because I don't really learn to
Okay.
sing apa gimana.
For me, for guitar, I guess I learned lots of rhythm. That's one thing because I remember playing performance in like year seven, as Justin had shared.
I was
So
not talking about you, was I?
yeah, yeah. So I had like private practice with Sir Evan Ashe, and like I played flawlessly for the tabs and everything. But then it was always rhythm. It was always rhythm, and he had to always say, rhythm. The tempo is this, and he just keeps on clapping and everything. I just keep on messing up and things like that. So chapel band really helped me on my rhythm definitely because you gotta play with the team. You can't just play by yourself. You don't. No one follows you. You know. You gotta follow the team gitu. So yeah, it really helped me on my rhythm in guitar. Taught me a lot. How about you, Justine?
Well, okay, so like in the beginning stages of chapel band, like when you're just introduced to chapel band and you gotta play, because when as soon as I started in chapel band, I had to play all of the songs immediately. So I didn't learn them in class either. So like as soon as I went there, I got the sheet music and I was forced to learn it in like one day. And I didn't have time, so I didn't learn at all. So I kind of learned how to read music sheets on the spot when I was in chapel band because like in chapel time was actually the first time I played the songs back then. So like I didn't even practice, but like now I don't really practice because like it's easy. I already memorize. I already like I'm used to it, so I don't learn much anymore.
Yeah, sight reading. How does it go? Like you just follow on with the scores, sight reading. Because guitar,
No,
no, I don't understand guitar.
because like in a chorus for violin, there's always going to be an easy part where you're like you just play the D string like one to one to just sing.
All right. Mm-mm.
So like if I'm panicking, I'm gonna do that for the entire song, and it sounds so harmonious. Nobody notices. So
Also for vocal, sometimes Sir Stephen Chandra likes to kayak pisahin suara satu, suara dua, you know. So
Oh,
that's something new for me because I never learned about that.
that's
Yeah, and
interesting.
then sometimes the left person has to sing the high note, and then I would have to sing the low note, but then I would always mess up because I'm kind of tone deaf. I think I can never like
Like,
sing the tone right.
like from travel band, you can learn to like not be influenced by the singers
Yeah, by the
beside
singer
you.
beside you,
Yeah,
because they
Oh,
would sing like the high part, and then you would have to sing the low
you
one.
will try
So
like
hard.
tend to kind of follow their notes.
I never knew that. I never realized.
Yeah.
Like sometimes in like chapel time, I realize like one is singing higher than the others, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But I never really realized like
so
voice
you
twos.
guys learn how to ignore the person next to you. I want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like for my team, usually the one that sing the higher notes is Miko, and then he would sit beside me, right? And then it's like I don't know why, but like you tend to follow like the the notes that he's supposed to sing, and not like the lower ones.
Oh, I
I
see.
usually always ask for the like normal tone because I cannot go higher or lower other than my voice because I'm not a singer at all. So
Well, for guitar, it's kind of different, yeah. Malahan for guitar, you tend to do your own thing gitu. When there's someone, for some reason, yeah, it's almost natural. When there's someone playing, for example, they're playing fast, they're playing slower. You malahan tend to play faster than them. It's like something really. It's really contradicting. It's kind
Inverse
of opposite for
functions.
guitar.
It's like it's been a year since we've played any chapel band song. So do you guys remember any chapel band favorites that you like the song?
I have a lot of favorites, but like Touch of Heaven is always a nice one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Terus apa ya? I like the slow ones, kayak the
Same.
yeah.
I like the for me. I like the yeah, also slow, but like the ambient slow one. For me, so for example, it would be "This I Believe," and also like the song that was played in the intro today, "Amazing Grace," and of course by Hillsong, just my favorite. It's like there's the ambience, there's like tons of reverb, and I love it.
For me, I like the Touch of Heaven and This I Believe and Heart of Worship.
Her
And
worship, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and kind of Bapak Kau Setia.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. For it, yeah, from that song I learned a lot for guitar. It was from Sir Andri. Sir Andri taught me like, so for that time I learned rhythm a lot from that song. Yeah, it was a lot because I was told to play my own melody gitu, backing off others gitu. So instead of playing strumming chords, I played off the scale, and that was like a very in your face thing. Yeah. But it was a very good learning experience.
My favorite song is probably uh, "This I Believe" and then "Apostles' Creed" and then
That's the same song. That's the
I,
same song.
like